In today's video, I talk all about the tax-free savings account, or the TFSA. Now, the TFSA is one of my favorite savings vehicles or investment vehicles in all of Canada. Now, it does say TFSA savings account, but it's so much more than savings. It's actually an investment account, and we'll go through that. So today I share with you the ins and outs of the TFSA, how it works, your contribution room and how that works, and then a little bit of the difference between an RRSP and a TFSA. I'm Maureen Dobransky, and this is Life Starts at Retirement, and today's video is a Money Minute Monday video where I share a money tip in 10 minutes or less. Now, before I get into the ins and outs of the TFSA, I do have to say I am not a financial planner. This is not financial advice. I was just a frustrated Canadian getting close to retirement and taking a look at your CPP, your OAS, your retirement lifestyle, all of the things that go with retirement. And so I decided to do something about it. Now, the TFSA was introduced by the Government of Canada in 2009. And it was introduced to help Canadians save and invest for any particular reason, but they could save and invest tax-free. Now, I know I keep harping on the word tax-free, but I live in Canada, and if you say those words, typically you're going to be hit by lightning. So yes, the TFSA is an amazing vehicle to save and invest tax-free. Now, another great thing about the TFSA is that you don't have to actually have any earned income in order to have the contribution room available to invest with. Now, unlike the CPP where you have to earn the income in order to qualify for that pension, you automatically get contribution room each and every year so that you can contribute to the TFSA. Now, one little caveat I have to talk about with your TFSA. I know I keep saying tax-free. There's just one instance where it's not tax-free. So if you're investing in a stock that isn't Canadian, it's a foreign stock, and you earn dividends from that stock, there will be a 15% withholding tax, but they withhold that prior to the dividend coming into your TFSA. So you don't have to worry about that when you file taxes or when you do anything, but just know that that's the way it is. Now, you're 100% in control of your TFSA, your contributions, your withdrawals. That's all up to you. As long as you have the contribution room available, you can contribute. So let's talk contribution room and how that works. In 2009, when the government first started the program, they allotted a certain amount of money that you could contribute. That money has changed a bit over the years. But for 2022, you're able to contribute $6,000 towards your TFSA. Now, if you've never opened a TFSA or haven't had one, and you've been over 18 since 2009, you would have $81,500 available in your contribution room. Now, all you need in order to open up a TFSA, you need to be over 18, you need a social insurance number, you need to be a resident of Canada. In some provinces, you do need to be over 19 in order to open up a TFSA, but your contribution room starts when you're 18. Now, I highly recommend going to your CRA account and checking out how much contribution room you actually do have, because the government penalizes you big time if you over contribute to your TFSA. So what happens when you withdraw money from your TFSA? Well, the short answer is, first of all, you can take it out tax-free, but can you pay it back? Yes, but let me explain. Here's an example. Let's say you've contributed the maximum amount every year that you could to your TFSA, including this year of 2022, which is that $81,500. And let's say it grew and grew over the years, and you now have $100,000 inside of your TFSA. But now you want to withdraw, let's say $25,000 for a car. and you're going to withdraw that money in July of 2022. And remember, you've already made your contribution for this year. Because you've contributed the maximum amount every year, including this year, you don't have any contribution room left to be able to pay that back. So even if you win the lottery the next day after you take out this money, you don't have the contribution room left in 2022 to pay that back. Now, in 2023, January 1st, you get that new contribution room. I'm making an assumption that it's going to be another $6,000, but it might not be. Whatever that contribution room is, you get that contribution room, plus you get that $25,000 back that you took out available to contribute back into. So you could contribute $31,000 back into your TFSA after January 1st of 2023. Now, here's another example, a little bit more complicated. So let's say you weren't able to contribute the full amount every year, but you were able to contribute half. So every year you contribute half of what you were allowed to contribute, including this year. So instead of the $81,500 that you were able to contribute, you've contributed $40,750. And let's say it grew over the years, and now you have $50,000 available in your TFSA. Let's also say you want to buy a car, but instead of $25,000 car, you're only going to buy a $15,000 car in July of 2022. Now, let's say in September of that year, you come into some money and you want to pay it back. Because you've only contributed half, you still have $40,750 available in contribution room. So you can pay back that $15,000 that you took out of your TFSA, and you could even top it up so that you can pay back up to $40,750. And then next year, in 2023, you'll have your new contribution room that you can also contribute again next year. So what's the difference now between an RRSP and a TFSA? What are the main differences? So an RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan, is set up specifically for retirement. A TFSA is set up to save and invest for any reason. Myself, because I'm this age, I highly, highly, highly recommend saving for retirement. It makes such a difference on your retirement when you can pull money out tax-free. Now, with an RRSP, you have to have had earned income in order to contribute to your RRSP. A TFSA, you don't. Again, you get a new contribution room every January 1st. RRSPs, as I've mentioned, are fully taxable when they're taken out. TFSAs really are tax-free when you withdraw the money. Typically, when you withdraw from an RRSP, your contribution room is just lost. However, when you withdraw from a TFSA, your contribution room, along with your withdrawal amount, is given back to you. Again, a caution, I know, just check and see when you're able to put that money back in. And contributions to your RRSP are tax deductible, however, will be taxable when they're withdrawn. TFSAs use after-tax money, so there's no tax deduction for you, but again, you get them tax-free when you withdraw them. Now, an RRSP matures at the year in which you turn 71. So at the year that you turn 71, you have no choice but to convert your RRSP, because it matures, into an RRIF, a Registered Retirement Income Fund, and start using that money. You have no choice. Whereas a TFSA, it's totally free. It's totally up to you when you want to take it, how much you want to take it, etc. And you can continue contributing well after 71 till you pass away. Last, you can contribute directly to a spousal RRSP, but there is no such thing as a spousal TFSA. I release a new retirement video every Monday, and the first Monday of the month, I release a Money Minute Monday video where I share with you a money tip in 10 minutes or less. And last, please consider subscribing here. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. So I'm Maureen Dobransky, and this is Life Starts at Retirement.